So, good morning, hi there, everybody, or good afternoon, depending where you are. Hi Vitali, hi Manji, hi Jack, hi SSV. Situational grammar. Okay, this is really linked to situational vocabulary, is the type of grammar that you might need in certain situations. Um, so, for example, if you were in a if you were trying to open a bank account, yeah, maybe you're using present simple to describe things about yourself, or maybe have you ever, if you were telling somebody about yourself. So, good morning, Manisco. Good morning, Bookworm, as well. Great to have you back, Bookworm. So, let's see. Next stream is on Thursday, the 26th. No, there's nothing wrong with traditional grammar, Jack. I think situational grammar was. It used to be one of these buzzwords back in the 70s or 80s. I was thinking about it. Situational grammar. It's one of these. It's these books where you have a particular situation, or you're going into a bank, you go to a supermarket, you're asking for directions, and just the grammar that goes with those. Yeah, I think the new buzzword is flipped learning, or learner-centered teaching now, but I'm sure that'll change as well. Okay, I'll make a video on it though, Manji. Okay, hi there, Bogdan. Great to have you. So, like I said, next stream Thursday, 26th of January at 4 p.m. UK time, and that's going to be sentence transformations. So here we have the multiple choice cloze for today. And Casasanto, it's about time, and it's about language and how language influences our minds. So Casasanto raises a curious point. When you imagine time on a line, each point is fixed so that 2 points of time cannot barter, traffic, swap, permute, turn places. There's a strict arrow. And we got Vitali straight in and Manji straight in, and the same with SSV as well, and Bogdan. Okay, I think this one's probably reasonably easy. Let's see. To barter, this is to exchange one thing for another. So I'm going to barter some eggs for some honey. Yeah, it's exchange of goods or services without money. To traffic. Wow, traffic, to buy and sell, traffic in drugs. No, trafficking in influences. Permute. Permutations are the different possibilities. And you don't turn places, you swap places, absolutely. So you cannot swap places. There's a strict arrow. So good work by Vitali, Manji, SSV, Bogdan, and Bookworm. Let's try the next one then. Next one's reasonably easy as well. Yes, that's the idea, Jack. Exchange of goods or services without using money. To traffic. To traffic means to trade in, to deal in. Yeah? Normally to traffic is something negative. So, but in a container, points of time are floating around and potentially able, capable, enabled, might, fit of swapping. Hi, Lionheart, great to have you. Permute, the permutations of the possibilities. Yeah? So AB, AAB, ABC, different possibilities. Okay, so we've got capable from Vitali, from Bogdan, from Lionheart, and from Sunset. Okay, this of is really important, as Bookworm says. So, and able to swap, able to swap, enabled. I would say probably enabled for swapping, and potentially might swap, potentially fit for swapping. So it's got to be capable. Capable of. This is a dependent preposition. Are you capable of doing this? Are you capable of understanding? So well done all of you with that one as well. Okay, I wonder if this next one's going to fit. Let's see. And okay, almost fits. I've long wondered whether our physics of time might be shaped by the fact that English, German and French speakers were helpful, conducive, orchestral, instrumental, symphonic in creating it, he says. Great to have you, Tatiana. Great to have you again, Tatiana. So SSV goes for instrumental, so does Vitali, so does Lionheart, so does Bogdan. And Bookworm and Manji as well for instrumental. I think you're all getting much better at my exercises, because I think these exercises that I give you are as difficult as ever. However, you seem to be answering the questions with much more ease. So, were helpful in creating it. I'm not sure were helpful. It could be, but I think they were probably more than helpful. Conducive to. So a quiet environment is conducive to learning. It helps, it drives. Good morning, Ronan. Good morning, Lucia. Lovely to have you both. So something is conducive to. It's a good environment. It leads to it. Were orchestral in. We don't use orchestral. We don't use symphonic either. But in instrumental in. So if something is instrumental, it plays a pivotal role. Instrumental. Okay, it's very, very important. So, hi Lionheart. Good to have you. So if something is instrumental, it's a major factor. It's an essential element. Indispensable, yes. Something is instrumental. It's a major player. So I guess Germany and France were instrumental in the creation of the European Union. Maybe Oppenheimer was instrumental in the creation of the atomic bomb, or maybe Einstein was instrumental in it. Good morning, Vaishak. Great to have you as well. Okay, so let's try the next one. The next one's a double. Pivotal. Pivotal's a good word. And here we go. Interestingly, time is an increasingly tricky, crafty, wily, shifty, cagey problem in physics, standing in, on, by the way of uniting its different branches. Quintessential, that's a good word, Jack. Quintessential, instrumental. Okay, so we've got answers now from Vitali, Jack, Bookworm, Manji, and Bogdan, and Lucia. Okay, and SSV, and Lionheart as well. And Lionheart again. Okay, so notice this second one, yeah? If something is here, I'm going to let some more answers come. Okay, so Bookworm, on the way, is something that happens during a journey. So I I drove from Paris to Munich. On the way, I stopped for petrol several different times. So on the way means during the journey. By the way, this is just a way of saying incidentally. Yeah. Whereas something that is in the way is blocking the route. Yeah. So this is in the way. Move, you are in my way. That's it, bookworm. Okay, so we've got in for bookworm, Tatiana, Manji, Lionheart, SSV, Lucia, Vitali, and Bogdan. Okay, now the other one is clearly tricky. If something is tricky, it's complicated. Yeah, it's not easy to understand. Tricky. Something is crafty, it's very clever. Wily is somebody who is very careful and knows what's happened. No, shifty means dishonest, difficult to trust. There was a shifty bloke standing on the corner offering gold Rolex watches. So shifty is not trustworthy. If somebody is cagey, they are very careful. So if you're talking to the police, for example, you need to be very cagey. Yeah, you need to be very careful in what you say. You need to think about what you're going to say. Yeah, if you're cagey, you release as little information as possible. Yeah. A shifty bloke. Yeah, a shifty bloke. Shifty is dishonest. Somebody you can't trust. Wily means intelligent, clever. He understands the problem. Is circumspect. Crafty is intelligent, but not completely open, whereas tricky, complicated. Okay, let's try the next one of these then. Shifty, cunning, yeah. Let's see. I think I would prefer crafty with cunning, because shifty has this idea of untrustworthy. Okay, physicists long imagined time as having an arrow and clicking, tapping, ticking, talking, playing reliably from the past into the future. But modern theories are more complicated. Yeah, bloke, lad, fellow, chap. Okay, so we got ticking for Vitali, for Jack, for Bogdan, for Manji, and for Bookworm as well. Okay, so clicking, you click with your mouse. Click, 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 click. Tapping, you tap on the table. Tap, 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 tap. Talking, well, no, because it's tick tock, and therefore the answer is ticking. Tick, 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 tick. So Ticking. Time is ticking reliably from the past into the future. The second hand, tick, 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 tick. It's the second hand, Jack, but yes, ticking like a clock, absolutely. Well done, Lucia. And here we go. Does this fit? Not quite. Okay, here it comes. There we go. So in Einstein's theory of general relativity, for example, yeah, it's the second hand. In Einstein's theory of general relativity, for example, time doesn't seem to flow at all on the grandest scale of the universe, which is a creepy, weird, spooky, quaint, silly idea, even to physicists. So So, in Einstein's theory of relativity, of general relativity, for example, time doesn't seem to flow at all on the grandest scale of the universe, which is a creepy, weird, spooky, quaint, silly idea, even to physicists. Oh, I love this one. We've got silly for bookworm, we've got spooky for Jack, we've got weird for Vitali and SSV, we've got quaint for Vaishak, we've got spooky and silly for Lucia, we've got weird for Ronan, we've got weird for Jack, we've got weird for Lionheart, we've got weird for Manji. Okay, I love this. Quaint. Quaint is bucolic, old-fashioned, looks very beautiful. A quaint village. Yeah, something that's quaint is something that it looks traditional. It's pretty, and it's maybe old-fashioned, but looks very nice. We've got weird for Tatiana. We've got spooky idea for Habi. We got weird for Tatiana, weird idea for Ronan. Quaint, idyllic, picturesque, bizarre. Hi there, Sherwin. Great to have you. So it's great to have both Ronan and Sherwin here as well, and Habi. It's wonderful. Quaint is old-fashioned and charming. Bookworm's gone for weird. Odd for Sherwin. Odd I like. Very definitely. Bizarre or odd. So creepy talks about frightening. Yeah, a creepy old house. Hey, quaint, charming plus retro. Love it, Lucia. So a creepy idea, well, it could be, but not so good. Spooky is the same. Something that's spooky is something that's frightening, a spooky old house. Quaint, we've got lots of explanations for quaint, is a silly idea. I guess it could be a silly idea, but very clearly to me, it's weird. It's strange, it's odd, it's bizarre, yeah? Is weird, is unusual, strange and weird. So, what do I say to this one? Good work for Vitali, for SSV, for Ronan, for Jack, for Lionheart, for Manji, for Tatiana, and for Ronan, and for Bookworm as well. Okay, let's try another one of these then. And peculiar, weird. Yeah, absolutely. A funny idea, a peculiar idea. So, instead, the past, present and future all seem to exist unitedly, reciprocally, inextricably, cooperatively, simultaneously, as if they were points swimming around in the bottle. Clearly, Ronan, weird is the best one by far. And we've got simultaneously for Bookworm, SSV, and Lucia and Lionheart. And for Manji as well. Okay, so. And for Jack and for Vaishak as well. It looks like this one's going to be a landslide. Vitali's gone for inextricably. Okay. So they also have simultaneously for Ronan. Tatiana goes for simultaneously, and so does Sherwin. Okay, they exist unitedly. No, definitely not. Concomitantly. I love that, concomitantly. It's a great synonym, Lucia. Both Habi and Vitali have gone for inextricably. Okay. Reciprocally. Well, if they exist reciprocally, one exists when the other doesn't. They're mutually exclusive. I'll come to inextricably. Cooperatively, helping each other. They all seem to exist simultaneously at the same time. Inextricably. it might work, but I would say inextricably mixed, inextricably tangled, inextricably joined. To exist inextricably, I guess inextricably works. Yeah, it's if something's inextricable, they're impossible to separate. Yeah. Patricia, lovely to see you, and Patricia's gone for simultaneously as well. Oh. At the same time, simultaneously. They seem to exist simultaneously. I think inextricably is probably okay. They exist inextricably, although most commonly we see inextricably before an adjective, inextricably joined, inextricably mixed, inextricably linked. Yeah, thank you, Vitali. Yeah? Okay, let's try the next one then. Okay, and here we go. So perhaps the time as a line, parable, a fable, parable, adage, axiom, metaphor has been and still is holding back physics. Yeah, Patricia's here. It's lovely to have her. So we've got metaphor for Vitali. We've got axiom for Bookworm, who's changed his mind. Jack's gone for metaphor. So perhaps the time as a line, fable, parable, adage, axiom, metaphor has been and still is holding physics back. And we've got metaphor for Lionheart as well, and Vaishak and Manji as well. Excuse me. And metaphor for Tatiana, and Lucia says axiom or metaphor. So let's see. A fable. A fable is a story with a moral ending, like the stories of Aesop, the tortoise and the hare. Metaphor for Rona, and axiom for Hadi. Okay, a parable is a story which shows something else happening. It's a didactic story. An adage is a saying. Yeah. And an axiom. An axiom is a type of saying as well. Let's see. Measure twice, cut once is an axiom. So an axiom's more like is a saying. Yeah, it's like a proverb. Whereas a metaphor, this is clearly a metaphor where two things look alike. They are like each other. So time as a line, this is a metaphor. Yeah, time. So it's the time as a line metaphor. RAPHO has been and still is holding back. Parable, no. Parables, parables. You get on in the Bible. I love that. Get off the fence. Okay. So let me give the next one then. Love it. That would be an utterly, totally, absolutely pretty, remarkable effect of language on thought, says Casasanto. So maybe the way we're thinking about time is actually affecting our theories on time. Story, moral ending, parable, story, didactic, adage, a saying, axiom, a saying, metaphor, two things that are like each other. Absolutely. So this one's quite interesting. So we've got utterly for bookworm, absolutely for Vitali. Lucia goes for pretty, Jack goes for absolutely, Vaishak for totally, Chabi for absolutely. Jack says all pretty. So remarkable. Is remarkable extreme or gradable? And that's the question. That really is the question. Remarkable is extreme or gradable? Okay, so let's see. Sunset goes, SSV goes for pretty. A maxim. A maxim's like an adage as well, Lucia. Okay, absolutely for Vitali, Lucia for pretty, Jack for absolutely, Vaishak totally, Hadi absolutely or pretty. No, Jack says pretty, Manji says utterly, Tatiana says utterly, Lionheart says multiple choices work. Bookworms changed to absolutely, Jack goes for pretty, Ronan goes for pretty. Vitali says gradable. Ronan says gradable. Patricia says absolutely. And Lionheart says pretty. Okay, if remarkable is gradable, then Hi Isa is not remarkable. I think this is the question. I think I probably messed up a bit. For me, the best one, it's pretty remarkable. Because pretty goes for both. It's totally remarkable. It's absolutely, it's utterly. I'm much happier with pretty. Because pretty goes with both extreme and gradable. And utterly, not necessarily, Eugenie. Yeah? Yeah. That's a very good answer, SSV. Yeah? Okay, it's because utterly, totally, and absolutely are the same. Pretty is the only one with any difference. Yeah? Because you can use pretty with gradable. You can say pretty gradable. And you can say pretty absolute. So, well done, Ronan. Okay, let's try one more, and then maybe I'm going to have to stop because I've got class in a minute. And, okay. It says, languages also code, convert, encode, seal, time in their grammar. So SSV's gone for convert. Vitali goes for encode. Yeah, this one's interesting. Tatiana goes for convert, Hubby goes for encode, Jack goes for encode. Ronan for encode, Vaishak for encode, Lionheart for encode. Sherwin says encode. Eugenie. Eugenie. Does it have an accent? I don't know, Patricia. Encode says Manji. I have real difficulty with names, P, because are you Patricia, Patricia, Patri? I don't know. So, Lucia goes for encode. In convert, I would say convert time to their grammar. Okay, let's see. Also code. Well, code is to put in a secret language, and that doesn't fit. They convert time. Languages don't convert time. They Eugenie K goes for code and Patricia goes for convert. Okay, to encode, this is to include and as part of the way it expresses things. Okay, to convert would mean to change from one thing to another. And seal's going to be to shut, so no. It's definitely to encode. Yeah? To encode, to include within the way they express things. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I need to stop now. Thank you all for coming. It's been great having you. Let's see, next stream at 4 p.m. UK time on Thursday, 26th of Jan. That looks pretty good. So thank you all for coming. It's been wonderful having you, Eugenie, Patricia, Lucia, Tatiana, Manji, Jack, Patricia, Sherwin, Vitali, Ronan. It's been such a pleasure having you. Thank you, Lionheart. Thank you, Vaishak. Thank you, Ronan again. Thank you, Jack and Hadi and SSV and Eugenie and Issa as well and Lionheart and Bookworm. And who else do I need to thank? Who have I missed? Bookworm, Manji, Sherwin. Okay, and thank you anybody else who I've missed or who's hiding at the back there. Thank you. Great. Thursday, 4 p.m. Yes. Thursday, 4 p.m. UK time. On Thursday, 26th, yes, at 4 p.m. UK time. So take care, all of you, and I will see you all soon. Thanks for coming. Yes, Friday 1, and Saturday 1. That's correct, Ronan. Good. Well done. That's